Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I want to share with you an in-depth view on breathing of Wing Chun. So here on you know that this is a very important thing. If we miss it, then you really don't have a full art. So what happened is that few days ago, I share this YouTube, and over here I talk about the importance of the uh, breathing. And in the past 130 years, there is no breathing content released to the public, and today you completely lost that thing. And also those grandmaster who go research and so forth, they really do not have any idea that they are actually limiting themselves in a certain hearsays or certain thought. Those are not Wing Chun. And even grandmaster in China, they don't understand, they don't know. As what I said that in the past 130 years, there is none exist there. You call it like the myth from Sim and whoever. The answer is zero there, zero content. So please watch this YouTube if you want to know what I'm sharing here. And of course, after I share this YouTube, many Wing Chun friends message me asking me, Hendrik, are you sure? Some challenge me. Some say they want to debunk me. And some even brought up this YouTube on saying that the snake crane secret note of the approaching Wing Chun must have the breathing and so forth, so forth. Well, so today I decide to share with you. So here on, you know what is going on. This is a big disaster in Wing Chun if we do not restore it. Now notice the term I use. If we do not restore it, I'm not talking about I am the Superman, I am know it all or whatever. I'm talking about we, Wing Chuners. If we do not take this serious, we do not restore it, you don't have Wing Chun. Don't kid ourselves. Okay? Now, of course, you're going to challenge me. You like many people told me they're going to debunk me. They go to China. You know, the tragic of Wing Chun is today people are lack of education in traditional Chinese martial arts. And that's the problem. So today I like to start with give you some new terminology so we can continue on to share with you what it is because this is something which is not everybody know. In fact, people don't know. So let's start with this terminology and I'll get to you. I promise after this YouTube, you will be different. You will think different because this YouTube is aimed to open your mind and so that you can look further. Or else, what's the point to keeping talking about this research, this grandmaster who teach who, whatever, but it is nothing there. Now, so the term I want to share with everybody, every Wing Chuners, is tempo. Okay, tempo. So what is the tempo? Okay, in terms of music, tempo can be defined as the pace or speed at which a sections of music is played. Tempos or tempi help the composer to convey a feeling of either intensity or relaxation. We can think of the tempo as speedometer of the music. Tempo is important. We want to use the term tempo to express that tempo is what the founder, the creator of Wing Chun used to convey what they express on the art of Wing Chun. So we need to know tempo. Every traditional Chinese martial art, because they are different style. I mean, authentic Chinese martial art, they have different tempo. They train differently. That's why they fight differently. So this tempo term must be put into Wing Chun here on, if you're really serious about it. Okay, so that is music. If you look at the term tempo in golf, tempo refer to the rhythm and timing of your swing, specifically the ratio of the backswing time to the downswing time. It is not about speed, but rather a consistent flow thought of swing. Okay, and it's a more detailed explanation. What is golf tempo, rhythm, and timing? Backswing, downswing, not just speed. While speed is a factor, tempo is also maintaining consistent rhythm and timing throughout the swing, not just moving the club quickly. Why is tempo important? A good tempo promotes considered swing mechanics and ball striking. Smooth transition, easy to manage, optimal accelerations. So we need to know. When we look at the martial arts, like our Wing Chun, our beloved Wing Chun, we need to know the tempo of it. We cannot just go call it Hendrik Santo Wing Chun. Have no idea what is the tempo, but it just like in the golf sense, you just teach people to swing this way, swing that way, wave your hand this way, wave the hand that way, and you have no idea what is the tempo in that. Okay, so we want to know the new term tempo. Now, another term is monotonous music. So it means that music that's lacking in variety or variations, sound flat, dull, and repetitive. It is characteristic by a lack of dynamic range, melodic interest, harmonic riches, create tediousness, and uninspired listen experience. It doesn't have tempo. It's a lack of variations. It's dull, all this thing. So you just keeping repeat something. Okay. Now, so these three terms put in our mind. Okay. So we can go look at other things, and we can open up our mind, open up our heart. We can help all us to get Wing Chun better. Okay, and stop those, go to China, listen to this guy talk about his lineage, that guy talked about this lineage, he think, me think, she think. You have hundreds of years, but you don't know what the heck is tempo. You call that martial arts? Serious. So let's use this tempo thing, look into traditional Chinese martial arts. Remember, every legit, authentic, traditional Chinese martial art, because it have its unique style, it have its tempo, different tempo, and that tempo is within its sets when they practice. For example, this is Honga iron wire. Notice that when the Honga guy exert his strength, there is tempo there, there's rhythm there, there is actually, okay, there is actually the kind of feelings, intensity, relaxations, okay? Or over here is the rhythm, refer to the rhythm and timing of your swing. It never is something which is monotonous. Look at it again. Pay attention how when he exert his strength, you look at it, there's tempo within it. The entire body go with it. Okay? That is the specialties of Honga. You see everything. When it exerts the force, very sharp, it exerting and so forth. So this is Honka. So when they fight, you expect that they be able to time and rhythm that strength, like it say over here in playing golf. Okay, not just speed, it's consistency, smooth transition, easy to manage, rhythm and timing, optimal accelerations. They are practicing that all their life. Like in Iron Wire said, look at the Hongka. That's their Kung Fu. They develop their Kung Fu that way. And you can see that their strength, their breathing, everything come together with their entire body. Okay? Take a look again because we need to respect people. Look at their muscle, their strength, their breathing, their body. It's not just a structure, the entire thing is dynamic. Now, look at the Zhao praying mantis, Sambo Chin. Look at the different tempo because they fight differently, they train differently. So between the relax and exertion and so forth, that's how they train their tempo, their dynamic, their characteristic. So when they fought, the strength will come. Okay, and when they want to loosen up their body or compress their body and so forth, they train it day in and day out every day. Look at also. See all this tempo. So look at the Chen Tai Chi. The entire body go. And let's look at the Kyokushin Tensho. So you look into this, all this fighting art, all well-known fighting art, the Honga, the Southern Mentors, the Ngozo, the Chen Tai Chi, the Kyokushin, they train that way. They train their body that way. They train that tempo, and the tempo is the dynamic which is supporting their style, showing their style, the uniqueness of their style. And of course, it involves their body and their breathing and their strength. Full body, okay? And just look at this. This is your Wing Chun Xiu Lin Tao. Does this have any tempo at all? or waving hand. Can you compete with any one of those? Can you compete with any one of those? Where they drill their body, they build in their tempo and so forth. Can you face this thing? Look at it. There is nothing there. Okay. So this thing is just a monotonous, whatever, repeating things without tempo. Okay. Just moving the arm, not the entire body. Any one of this you pick at, even like in the sample gene, you look at that. When the snap is that the entire body go. Okay. Now, so that is just monotonous stuff. Whatever 小林头 disregard whoever do it. It's like that. Just look at that. You can say mind power, there's power, but it is man. No, that's a reality. We like it or not. Past one that 30 years, you have all whatever reason, argument, excuse. Wing Chun is Wing Chun, this and that. You're still doing the same thing. Come on, you are not going to be par with the thing like this. Your body will not be able to take it, the impact. Okay. Now, 1850 Wing Chun. We like it or not, it is recorded here. We like it or not, it is recorded here. Okay. It is there. And if you translate the entire thing in the picture way, you can see that where do sticking body short strike Wing Chun come from? It's from Shaolin short strike, the document. The purpose of 峨眉十二桩 is this: refine the body, mind, energy, and the forearm handling. Because short strike, in the Shaolin short strike, is a forearm art. Two arm here, the leg arm for attacking the same time, the body arm attacking the same time. So the May is just refine the body mechanics, which including the breathing. And then you can see that the purpose of Fujian white crane techniques, well, is expanding the hand techniques of the Shaolin short strike, expanding whatever, because this exists in the late or mid 1600. This is later. So thing is keeping growing. So you like it or not, I like it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the hell like it or don't like it. This is Wing Chun. This is composed that way. Remember? That's why I share with you the term tempo. Help the composer to convey the feeling. So the entire quit is the the conveying of what it is by the composer or the designer or the founder or the creator of Wing Chun. Okay, let's not get into I'm this belong to this lineage, this grandmaster. I think Ji Sim create this. I think Feng Xiuqing create this. I think Dai Fa Ming Gam. Or I think, oh, there's a snake crane fish. Bullshit. Let's get into technical. Why? Man, you're going to face this kind of thing. This is your competitor, your opponent, your opponent, your opponent, your opponent. Do you have that level of advancement or that level of technology? That's why you need this. Okay. And this is what here to show you. That's why you're keeping talking about the five-step plum flower footwork of Wing Chun, the triangle footwork Wing Chun. Oh my God. Do you know what is going on? There's not up for anybody's interpretations. It's not up for mine. That's why I share with you here and with the entire world. Here on, this is the standard. This entire thing, if you put into the picture, it is this. And in details is this, so that everything pieced together. You know that this is what the composer mean. Okay, now when you want to you want to say develop that art, that skill with that tempo, with that strength. Fighting art is about strength, momentum, strength. You need to have breathing. So from the Shaolin classic book, the Shaolin classic, it tells you that already the transportations of foraging is based in breathing. The handling of the breathing depends on the lower abs. If the breathing is not the lower abs type but chest type, the handling of legs and foot will not be solid. How will this defeat the opponent? Breathing is strength, the root of martial arts. Well, this is from the Shaolin, where the Wing Chun 1850 inherited, where the composer based on. Isn't that with breathing? Isn't that with breathing? Isn't that with breathing? Look at Alex Kor's body. Isn't that with breathing? Isn't that with breathing? So you like it or not, I like it or not, which grandmaster like it or not, that's the bottom line. Based on the composer of Wing Chun. You don't want to say, oh, Wing Chun is from Southern Shaolin, Northern Shaolin, Jixing, Mui, all this. You can say all the thing. As soon as you don't even know that breathe is strength, the root of martial art, you're talking empty talk. That's why I say that all those people go to China, uh, doing tour, visiting this guy, that guy. If you do not know this, what you got anyway? You want to compare with the Honga guy, the Mantis guy and everything? Or you just go down there, standing down there, mimic posture. Now, you know this breathing? You look into this thing, only this very beginning of it, put it in English. That's in my book. That's in my book, Wing Chun Inception. It's translate there. Read it carefully. If you know the tempo, you look at this, this is like a music, you can see the entire thing there. For example, it said at the this is what the instruction, the music of the Xiu Lim Tao, the first few move of the Xiu Lim Tao of the 1850. It said what spiral twisting naturally refer to your body, follow the breathing and the directions of your chi, your body, and the entire thing. I'll share with you in motion later. Okay, and say back of the palm face outward, intention is full, rotating palm rear guarding the heart, single horizontal doubles press according to breathing, embrace and sinking Split the force horizontally. Okay. Forward empty urgently using seize subdue method, lowering in section flank double hori pitch wing. Join the two palm, drive through the heart, sinking the guanyin area, back the palm, attack upward, following natural spontaneous chi will flow in a peaceful balance. Erect palm, bam, elbow, single, jiao yang, moving the arm upward and downward, similar to flying flower in the wind. Force and chi flow are fluent. Swallowing and spitting like smooth rainbow, issuing force. All those things you see that is six core element that your breathing is always there. It keeping telling you, uh, your prayers handling to the feet, the breathing, following the chi. Following the chi meaning you have to follow the breathing because it always you want to drive that chi, you better have the breathing to do it. Okay, so this is like a music of a composer, and this is stop to using that term queen quit. Everybody love to talk about queen quit, like here, okay, in this thing. This queen quit, you know what? I careless or what you call it, queen quit or Chinese term or whatever. It is the music from the composer. Do you know what the heck is talking about, or you just learn some Chinese term and then go talk, 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 talk? And I think so. I believe so. I guess so. I interpret so. Who cares? What I want is the music here, the tempo. I want the tempo. I want the rhythm. I want the timing, as what we just said there with your music, with the golf, all this. Without that, you don't have anything. And of course, the Hongga, they have that teaching. The Southern praying mantis have that teaching. The Ngozhou have that teaching. The Chen Taiji have that teaching. The Kyokshin have that teaching. But hey man, you don't have that teaching. Just watch it, look at you. We know that you don't have music. Okay? So it's not up for your or my interpretation. I'm not grandmaster. Okay, I'm not up there. Now this is from the composer. We want to understand what the composer conveyed. It's not like I learning a sets and then I be able to remember the emotions, and then I just go out there, start my own Hendrik Santo Wing Chun, and then this is my Xiu Lim Tao. I have to do it this way, 45-degree this way. Who cares? If you don't know the music, you can do 1,000 year, 10,000 year, you still don't know nothing because you're just like a puppet. Okay? Seriously like that. Because come on. You think the iron wire practitioner, the Zhaoga practitioner, the Ngozhou practitioner, the Chen Taiji guy, the Kyokushin guy don't see you through when you do this kind of thing? People just give you face. Okay? So if you have a tour to China, don't call it research. Because up to now, for so many decades and past 130 years, you don't know what it is. And you miss the breathing is the strength, the root of martial art. So don't call it Shaolin martial arts, okay? This is from the Shaolin Classic, Shaolin Sword Strike Classic. This is in my book, Restricting Wing Chun. That is why I translate all this. I shouldn't say translate. I present all this, not just translation to convey the meaning here today, so that we at least know what we are doing. Otherwise, you stand in front of other people, other martial artists, this is just people look at you like a joke. Okay. Now, you have this, but hey, you need to understand like This is again, this is for breathing, special for breathing is my book, the Decoding Wing Chun, the Decoding Wing Chun. Now, this talking about breathing, but you need to know there are many types of breathing. Over here, there are four types of breathing in the Buddhist, in the Taoist. For past 1,500 years, the Chinese 1,500 years ago already know that there are four types of breathing, namely the wind breathing, panting breathing, the common breathing, and subtle breathing. Each breathing have different physiological consequence. So this panting breathing is you don't want to get into it, but today many people get into it. Well, people try to limit their breathing, like they inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, count 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, and then stop breathing 1, 2, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those kind of thing is panting breathing. Those kind of thing you can trigger something in your body, but for a long term, you're gonna damage the rhythm of your body. Okay, it's just like your car, the timing of your car, you can completely F out your body. So panting breathing, if you have a heart issue, kidney issue, diabetic, high blood pressure, you better stay out from that. 1,500 years ago, the, uh, the Chinese know about it already. This is Buddhist scripture in from the Buddhist scripture, okay, by Buddhist monk Ji, okay, when he taught. So you have the four type of breathing. So when you do your 小练 which type of breathing are you using? Okay. If you do this until you cannot have your breath stuck in there and all kind of thing, when you need to breathe out, you don't breathe out or whatever heck you screw up the timing, you're going to commit suicide with your 修炼 You don't practice there for 1 hour practice 修炼 That's nonsense. Okay. Do you know what type of breathing you are doing? And then there are wind breathing, common breathing, and subtle breathing. Wind breathing. So for chi nourishing, you need subtle breathing. For fitness training, you use common breathing. For strengthening training, you use wind breathing. Okay. So the subtle breathing is going to get your body recover, get your mind settle down, get your body, your blood pressure, everything to settle. The fitness is like an aerobic. The strengthening training or the windy training is like when you do heavy weight, when you fight or sparring. Continues on windy breathing is going to get your mind scattered. Try it and see your noisy breathing after a while, say 10, 15 minutes, see whether your mind is not going to be focused. For this fitness breathing, after say 30 minutes, see you're going to feel tired and your mind feel dull too. You just feel tired. And but if you use subtle breathing, that is where your mindfulness come. So 1,500 years ago, the Chinese know. So it is here within this. I just read you just now. It is within this. You need to know which breathing. Okay. When it say following natural, spontaneously, the chi will flow in a peaceful and balanced way. You know exactly. It is the subtle breathing. You need to use subtle breathing. When it said single horizontal and double press handling accord to the breathing, you know right away that is windy breathing. It's like you pressing, compressing. Okay. And when he said swallow and spit like a smooth rainbow issue force, you know it is also when you issue force, you need that speed up, the exerting the strength, you know is windy breathing. Okay. And that's why in the same book, Decoding Wing Chun, this is mapped into three training. The chi neurosync training, which is in the physiology zone today, medical zone is over here. And there's the strengthening fitness training or aerobic training, zone 2, zone 3, and then you have the strengthening training, which is zone 4, zone 5, which is windy breathing. You must not do too long. It's going to cause you scatter. When you scatter, you do it too long, your mind not focused. Your chi in your body will scatter too. That's the reason why the Buddhist monk Chi talk about this, because this is in meditations, they know how to enter into deep samadhi or deep stillness or freeze their body. Okay? Shaolin is using this. That's why they evolve, okay, to this thing. Got it? So with the breathing, of course, you're going to have your diaphragm, your pelvic floor muscle, it deal with your intra-abdominal pressure and your thoracic pressure. You screw up there using a different type, a wrong type of breathing, you know you're going to get trouble. And if you do the panting breathing or the stagnated breathing, you know you're going to cause problem with your intra-abdominal pressure or your thoracic pressure because you on and off unnaturally stop the breathing. You broke that rhythm, your physiological rhythm. Your your blood pressure can shoot skyrocket and so forth, so forth. Okay? So the ancestor, whoever the composer of Wing Chun, he know his stuff. Okay? And we it's simple. Why don't we just learn whatever we don't know? Instead of too quick to be Sifu, too quick to be a grandmaster. So I just explained to you on the breathing supporting the tempo. You know, the tempo and the breathing need to support the tempo. Have anybody told you in past 130 years which grandmaster? Does this does a snake crane Wing Chun riding have that? Zero. Okay. It's in black and white. There is no such thing. That's why I know. Because you look into this, you know what is missing. Do I care that is this going to Fasan Museum or get anybody's approval? Who cares? This is like what? This is like your blueprints of your technology or the music of the composer, like the Beethoven's. You got that, you see what is this inside there. That is the more important. It's just like the music of Beethoven, say the Fifth Symphony. I know now exactly what is the Fifth Symphony. Can I change it into the rock and roll version? Sure. You can do that too. But you need to first know what the heck is the Fifth Symphony. Okay? Now, in this case, if you don't know about the breathing, forget about it. So, in to walk my talk, well, this is for subtle breathing. Okay? This is on subtle breathing. This is Xing Qi to Dan Tian. This is subtle breathing. Okay? This is subtle breathing. You have to use subtle breathing because this is for you to recover your body, to reset your body. This is for the common breathing, between common breathing and subtle breathing. It's not subtle breathing. It is more coarse than the subtle breathing. It is more towards uh, the common breathing, like the aerobic, okay? Because of movement and so forth. It's not as subtle as this anymore. It is closer. It is subtle, closer uh, to the common breathing as over here. Okay. Well, so this one, you look at my entire body shake. This is actually this swallowing and spitting like smooth rainbow issuing forth. Swallowing and spitting, your exerting of the strength. Look at it carefully. Is it swallowing, swallowing, and spitting? Look at it carefully. Swallow, spit, swallow, spit. Look at my body, my clothing shock. That is windy breathing. And this thing, this is in the common breathing. But in the after a while, you want to use windy breathing for high speed, for uh, recycling your momentum. And after that, you can do this. Windy, go. Okay. Of course, this is going to play with your intra-abdominal pressure. Of course, this is going to play with the your intra-abdominal pressure with this breathing. So this is in my book, Decoding Wing Chun. Decoding Wing Chun. Okay. When you get into this, of course, it's windy breathing, but in this demo, it is of course is a common breathing, but in the real life, you have to be windy breathing for shoot in. That of course is going to be windy breathing. Well, why shoot in? You're gonna get this close. How the hell are you going to get this close if you're not shooting in at him? Your entire body go so that you have the forearm there. Okay. So in the real life, if you speed up a little bit for the shoot in, just a little bit speed up in the real life example is like this. See the body bounce him out right away. You shoot him, you just write the feel into him. Just look at it. It's very fast. Windy breathing, you shoot in. Okay. And so if you look at the tempo, once you shoot into him, you know, continue after you shoot into his body, is this. Shoot in, you get him already, like second hand, third hand. That's the tempo. Okay. So you shoot in, you shoot at him, right away there, you perform this. Shoot in, get there already, body, and get in. There's the tempo. That is what this is about. That's what this is about. This is all this writing is there. Nobody can cheat. You need to know how to read the music. Okay? So if you want to go sideways, again, there's the tempo issue. You see, get into the close the body, you swing, and then you attack from the behind. That's what it is. But you have to go through this training. Nobody stand in front of the wooden dummy, but the entire body crush in. It's called shoot in and then fill in. And then all this thing come in. You shoot in and then all the forearm come in. But you have to, like I just shared with you here. You shoot in, you shoot in, and then your forearm activate right away. Okay? That is Wing Chun sticking body short strike. Really basic. Okay? And of course, you need to have this type of body. Your body be able to handle your breathing, your intra-abdominal pressure, so you be able to take it. Even people exert strength to you, and you can throw him. Even it's bigger than you, anything you can play. So that is what he say here. Like a nail, you stick at him from your top of your head to your bottom. Every joint is turning for defensive and offensive. It's written there. Okay. So of course you need all this training, which is based on your breathing, based on your 小林 training, and you need to have the strengthening endurance of your body to smashing, or else you cannot do anything. That is Wing Chun 1850. Is this clear now? And that is why I make all this YouTube here, explain to everybody. I wrote all this book. So if someday I die, somebody will come to this channel and the books and will be able to know what I'm talking about. So if you don't have breathing, how the hell are you gonna do all this thing? If you don't know how to read that music from the composer, how do you know what is what? And you cannot keeping talking about quit from this writing, secret note, that secret note, this like the other day people tell me about in the book telling me about what Feng Xiuqing create the three set because the one long set is too much repeatable. Is that true? If it's true, that means he doesn't know nothing. Did he tell you anything about breathing? Did anybody talk about breathing from Feng Xiuqing line, from Tai Fa Ming Gam line, from Ji Sim line, from Southern Shaolin line, for whoever's line, from Red Boat line? How come there's none there? Okay. And then you go research again, and then talking in my opinion. What opinion? The music is there, like the Beethoven Fifth Symphony. Can one just learn what it is, play with it, and if you're good at it, you can create your rock and roll style Beethoven Fifth Symphony. You can create your different style of the Fifth Symphony, but it's just Fifth Symphony. If you don't know about the Fifth Symphony, you create whatever heck, and then you call it the Fifth Symphony. Are you crazy? You can say, well, this is a Hendrix Beethoven Fifth Symphony, but it is a Chinese music. Okay. So the breathing is the core of it, the root of the strength. If you don't have that, you will not be able to implement or realize the 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 tempo. You don't have the tempo, you don't have the art. Now, let me share with you all. Only if you are internal student or inner student, Sifu taught you this. You think I'm a genius? I know everything? No. Of course, Sifu told me, teach me for that. And at that time, not everybody got it. I know it's unfair. Okay, I know it's unfair, but the Chinese system is like that. Not everybody got it. It is just what it is. It's very clear. Whether I can develop how advanced a kung fu, well, that's personal thing. We don't talk about that. Why? Because I might be a piece of shit. Okay, even I know all this thing, I'm just a piece of shit because I not important. Important is that Fifth Symphony, that music. It's time for all Wing Chuners know this exists. Stop to go this museum, that thing and that thing. People look at you, laugh the hell out of them because they're looking for par thing. Like I compose the six core element. For what? For analyze your opponent, analyze yourself. And of course, like in Hongga, in Chen Taiji, in all different, in Ocho and so forth. In Ocho, they have their Gorkilat. Of course, they have their analyze tools to analyze you. So we don't want to be like idiot, okay? You think that you play whatever in the Wing Chun movie, Yip Man Wing Chun, people will look at you like, yeah, great. People just laugh at you like a joke, okay? So this is what I like to share with you. Get know the music. Study the music. It's not lost yet, okay? At least I put it in Amazon. I put it in this channel now. Am I know it all? The Grandmaster? No. But my work is to preserve this thing so that you be able to see what it is and you can grow from it. I'm just you guys stepping stone. Okay. So this is a straight talk because there's no point to keeping talking nonsense. Okay. Politic talk, lineage talk. You can have 100 years of like a few months ago. Oh, Grandmaster Yip Man's teacher is Yin Kei San. What do you get from that? You don't even know about the breeding. So what is good to gossip on people and to talk this, talk that on people? And somebody said, well, Hendrik is not the legitimate successor of Red Bull. Who cares? I have the composer. I know what is the music. I know what it is. I can prove it scientifically. And in fact, I have been there. Scientific testing. This is for the power generation, scientific testing. VO2 max, your breathing capacity. in today's modern science. Do you have that? Do you know what is it? So it makes no sense at all. When I say something, you say, well, I know it too. I have the Queen Quit too. Oh, you are wrong. This is your research. What research? Can one just sitting down there and learn? Because we are nobody. We just need to learn. Or else forget about the Wing Chun. I go learn the Southern Mantis. I go learn Ngo I go learn Honga. Why? Because it's hopeless. Okay. So this is what I like to share with you. Serious, serious. I hope that you all out there who is serious, you care for Wing Chun, you care for yourself. Listen to it carefully, think carefully, because I'm saying this not for me or my lineage. I'm saying this for Wing Chun and for you. There's no point to waste your life and settle for less. Okay? And if you want to go have tour in China, fine. Have seminar in China, fine. But stop act like a know-it-all. Okay? That's what I just shared with you. The 1500s of the 1850 Wing Chun is not for anybody to screwing around. Okay? It's so deep that even me, I'm still learning.